Good morning. It's Saturday, November 12th, and the election results are still hanging in the balance. But I don't want to talk about that today. I want to talk about student loan forgiveness. A federal judge has struck down Joe Biden's student loan program, the forgiveness program, declaring it illegal. Now, Biden's program was already on hold due to a separate legal challenge. But a new lawsuit filed by the conservative group will delay student loan relief even further. So on Thursday, a Texas federal judge, who was nominated by President Donald Trump, found that the executive branch does not have a clear congressional authorization to create the student loan forgiveness program. Now, the Biden administration is already appealing in one such case. And now, the 26 million borrowers who already provided the necessary details for the forgiveness are stuck in Netherlands, or whatever they call that thing. And the Department of Education will hold on to their information so it can quickly process the relief once they think they're going to prevail in court. And that was the White House secretary who made that statement, who believes they're going to prevail in court. I'm not so sure about that. Anyhow, I believe that every child in this country is entitled to a free education up to and including college or trade school or technical school, or whatever the first step of advanced education would be. Now, that is a problem with the way we're set up, because our school systems in this country are not equal. So when I say equal free education for everybody, that's going to take some doing, because everybody is going to wonder and worry how we fund that. So I think our educational system needs a revamping in the terms of how it's funded. And I believe it should be funded by taking away campaign financing. How about that? We have no more campaign financing. What's the first thing we should do is limit campaigns to a reasonable amount of time, like 90 days, perhaps. And the government should be responsible for funding those campaigns. They should be giving a fixed amount of money for different types of positions. Local positions get X, state positions get Y, federal positions get 0. Well, more than that, whatever the number is, okay? We do away with that. And then we concentrate on taking all of those campaign funds that are so graciously donated by large corporations and wealthy individuals to serve their needs, and we turn that money into the needs of the nation by educating our children properly. And we give the same benefit to the donors for donating money for education as they get for donating campaign funding. So if you're getting a tax break because you gave campaign funds anonymously to some organization, some campaign organization, you could give that money to an education fund, right? And another thing we have to consider, maybe even some taxation that goes towards education should be revamped in a certain way. I'm thinking that there should not be just a fixed tax on your money. Maybe you should be taxed per child. Now, we wouldn't have a big tax per child if the campaign funding was being contributed, but I think it would be fair for each family that pays taxes anyhow. And when they move to certain parts of this country, like people on Long Island, they're perfectly willing to pay large taxes for the benefit of their children getting a good education in the local school system. But the local school system should be equal in quality. We shouldn't be running all over the place to find the best school district for our children. Should be wherever you want to live, you can live nicely and have a good education, guaranteed by the fact that everybody around the country is contributing the same amount of money for their education. Why should school teachers in Mississippi be paid half of what school teachers in New York are paid? That's not right. So we need a universal system that's going to take care of everybody equally. So we will have quality education at every level in this country if we adopt a system like that. There's no reason in the world why there should be 132 different school districts on Long Island. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. For a population of a couple of million people, we have 132 school districts. And the same goes true for many areas of this country which I'm not totally familiar with. But that's what I think. I think we need to get rid of the campaign funding and turn that money over to education. And I defy anybody to tell me why we need to spend 2 or 3 years running for president, or a year to run for Congress. 60 days should be okay for some of these things. People plan their whole life to run and do nothing. What have we accomplished besides dividing this country? So we need to have some cause that will unite us. And what better cause to unite us than educating our children and stop worrying about the cost of education? Now, if there are private schools, they're private schools. They can charge whatever they want. And if you don't want to send your kid to public school, you go to private school, you pay the price. But we have to bring the public educations up to a level where there's no need for you to go to private school. Now, that may cost a lot of jobs or something like that, but we would have to figure that out. And maybe if there was more free education, then the private schools couldn't get away with charging the exorbitant amounts of money that they're charging right now. And the state schools right now are not cheap either. So that's my crazy idea. No more campaign funding. Only educational funding. Let's hear it for that. Educational funding, rah, rah, rah. Take care. Have a great day. I'll see you in the morning. Bye.